Hey guys, welcome to the another interesting video called Chocolate Factory. It's a really interesting room, so you should complete this room, guys. So, anyways, let's get into the video. First, you just need to connect to OpenVPN. After connecting OpenVPN, you just need to start the mission. After starting, you can just click complete in the deploy the mission. And let's move on to the task 2 challenges. So here you just need to find the key, enter the key you found. So first we have the IP address of the target. So I'm just copying that IP address and I'm just opening a terminal, and now I'm just searching for service version of this particular IP address. So nmap network mapper tool and minus s capital V for the service version scanning and the target IP. Okay, when I press space for multiple times, then somewhat I was able to see the about, which is 27.27 percentage done, the scan and some est or etc. So anyways, let it complete. In the meantime, let's open the browser and check if port 80 is open by pasting the IP address in the browser. That's it. Port 80 is open. We are in the squirrel room. So we got a username and password. So let's check the page source. We got something to enter, right? So anyways, let's check the page source, and we got a code here about the password and the tape and the submit and some CSS and the image.jpg, which is the background image. So nothing suspicious here. We got the validate.php when you click that. So this is what it is saying, that there is a script alert of incorrect credentials. So that means it contains an alert box. When you enter something, if you are wrong, then it will give you an alert box in saying that incorrect details. So yeah, let's check this out by entering some common credentials called admin password, and here it is, guys, the alert box script alert of right incorrect details. Oh my god. So let's use some SQLi queries here and here also, and it's also incorrect credentials. So let's try some script alert of something called document dot cookie, which is an XSS script for getting the cookie. So I'm just using this in the username field and in the password field. Again, incorrect credentials. We could not find anything, guys. So anyways, we have the URL. So what we will do is I'm just eliminating the index.html, and I'm just copying the URL, and I'm just opening the terminal and using tools like do search. It's not installed by default. You can use any tools, but here I'm using do search. You can use tools like Gobuster, Derb, do search, do buster, etc. It's your choice to use which tool that you like. You can use any tool that you like. Here I'm just entering do search minus u and the URL. And here it is. Do search is working. Do search is scanning. It contains 11460 words. So let it scan. In the meantime, we are able to see the nmap scan results. As you can see, there's a bunch of results, and here we can see an FTP was open and it's running on VSFTPD 3.0.3, and we can see SSH is open and HTTP is open and some other ports are open. So let's start with the beginning called FTP. If FTP is open, we will usually check if there is any anonymous login allowed. So I'm just copying the IP address here and check for FTP anonymous login by entering FTP space the IP address and the name as anonymous and the password also as anonymous. After entering that, you can see login successful. When I enter ls-all, I was able to find an image here called gum.room.jpg. So basically, think about it. So they put an image inside FTP directory. So let's download that image, and I just downloaded. So I'm just open folder, and here it's our image, which is double mint a gum. So why they put these kinds of images in the FTP directory? Maybe this is about steganography. Have you heard of that? Then you have to watch the steganography video of mine. So anyways, I'm just closing this and I just using the steg hide tool. And if you don't download the steg hide tool, then you can just enter steg hide, press Y, enter your password, press Y again, and you can just install the steg hide tool so easily like this. So after that, you can use steg hide, extract for extracting the content, and minus SF for the stego file. Here, our file name is gumroom.jpg. Press enter, and it is asking us to enter the passphrase. As we don't know the passphrase, so we can just press enter. If it has passphrase, then when you press enter it will get filed, but if it does not have any passphrase, then when you press enter it will give you the result. As you can see, there is no passphrase, so that's why we got the results called b64.txt. b64, maybe base64. Let's get this down like b64.txt, and boom guys. So b64 and equal to at the end, this is basically a base 64 content. That's what I think. So let's copy the entire content in the b64.txt file, and let's move to a website here called cyberchef, which is a great website. If you don't use this website, then you have to use this website. So this is a really cool website. So anyways, here is our CyberServe website, and we can just paste our input here, and you can just add from base64 to the recipe, and that's it guys. This is basically looks like an shadow file. And guys, we have the password hash of the user Charlie here. So we can just copy the password hash of the user Charlie, and you can just open the mouse pad and paste it here and save it as something called hash.txt, pressing save. And now what we can do is to crack the password. So anyways, this scan was completed. Let's start cracking. Then you can just move there like John minus minus word list for specifying the word list. Here I'm just entering user share word list rocky.txt, but this was .gz because I just don't decrypted the don't unzip the rocky file. So I'm using a command to unzip the file. If you are already unzipped, then you just don't need to enter this command. So yeah, if you don't unzip the rocket.txt file, then you have to enter this command sudo gunzip and user share word list rocket.txt.gz, enter a password, and that's done. Now you can just see it's rocket.txt only and our hash.txt. And John started to crack the password of Charlie. In the meantime, we have our directory enumeration tools results here. We can see it's home.php is here and index.php.back is here. So let's use first, which is home.php. So here let's enter home.php. And here it is, a command. So this basically has a command. We can just enter command like ls. It worked, as you can see. It worked, and we were able to see a lot of contents here like home.jpg, home.php, image.png, index.html, index.php.back, key underscore rev underscore key. So if you are not understanding the contents here properly, then you can just right click and click view page source, and you'll be able to see clearly what it is, right? As you can see, you can able to clearly see what it is exactly in the page source, right? So let's move on to the questions here. Enter the key you found. So we just need to enter the key that we found. So here in that page source, we can see key rev underscore key. So that may be the key, right? So yeah, we can just copy that from the page source, and let's use the cat command here and paste that here, and that's it. This is the key. Oh, look at it. Here we have a little bit of answer format, but look at this. Is this the key? There's a tons of things here. How can we separate the key? So you can just right click and click view page source, and you can see, congratulations, you found the key. So it's somewhat hidden, right? So this is the key here. So I think this is the key, So this is the key. Keep it safe. Bad name. So this is the key that we found. You can also find the key from here, but it's difficult for you for someone like me to understand. Yeah, the key will be somewhere like in your name, something like this. But it's best to use that. As you can see, the key is also here. Congratulations, you found the key, and here is the key, right? So yeah, you can see. Congratulations, you found the key. Yeah, you can also view from here, but it's somewhat difficult for me. You can also view it from the page source, which is also great. So we can just enter the key that we found, and that's it. So then the second question is about what is Charlie's password. So we got the password hash of Charlie from the cyberchef, and we are cracking that using tools like John. Here we use the John tool to crack the password hash. Where is it? Here. And it's still under process. It's taking tons of time, and sometimes if you do cracking, then your machine will get slow. If you don't want your machine to slow, then you can just increase your RAM size to up to 8 GB. If you give 8 GB of RAM to your Kali Linux, then it might not get slow down your machine. Okay, anyways, so there is nothing, so I don't think. Anyways, maybe it contains hash, like it will take a lot of time. In the meantime, we can move to the next sessions. Like next question is about change user to Charlie and enter the user flag. So we have here called what it is, the command, and we can enter ls and see these types of contents. So now we can enter something called ls minus l slash home to see what's inside the home directory. Let's view the page source. Here it is. So in the home, there's only one user whose name is Charlie. So let's view the contents inside the Charlie's directory slash home slash Charlie. And here it is. So let's view the page source again. In the Charlie's directory, we have teleport.pub, maybe public key, user.txt is here. So let's use the teleport, what it is. What is teleport? So let's enter cat slash home slash Charlie slash teleport. And here it is, guys. It's basically a private key of Charlie. You can use this to log in to the account if you don't know the password of Charlie. So yeah, you can just paste it here and save this as something called ID RSA, and you can just use this to log in as Charlie. Anyways, we were able to crack the password of Charlie also. So yeah, we can just copy this and paste it here in the Charlie. If you don't know the password of Charlie, then you can use the ID RSA to log in as Charlie. Okay, like SSH minus I for specifying the ID RSA. So before specifying, you just need to change the permission to 600 to make it work. And you can use SSH minus I and the ID RSA, and the username here is Charlie at the IP address of our target. So the IP address is like will be here. Yeah. So basically it takes tons of time to crack, right? When I enter S, I was able to log in as Charlie without a password, right? So this is a method that you should know, right? So that's why I shown this method. So we can also use this password to log in as Charlie. Yeah, let's try that also. Like SSH Charlie at the IP address here is 10.10.19.117. And you can enter something called, oh my god, there's a mistake here, like 10.10.19.117. So yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there is a dot here. Yeah, it worked. Now we can enter the password that we found out using the after cracking. Like here is our password. I'm just pasting it here. Oh, guys, you can't log in using this password. So that's a bit trickier thing, right? You can't log in using this password. Even after you crack the password of Charlie, you can't log in this way. So that's why they provided another method of login called the ID RSA here, right? So we can enter the command that I entered previously to get the ID RSA, to get the private key of the user Charlie. And this is how you log in, not with the password. So basically you think that you can just log in using this password, but unfortunately we were not able to log in using that password. That's what you see, right? So I'm just entering it multiple times and it's still not able to log in. So that's the case. You just need to log in using that credentials here from here. So that's really interesting, right? So anyways, let's move on. Like we just logged in using this method, right? So this is the right method. So anyways, let's enter ls, and let's move to the home directory of Charlie. And here we have the user.txt. You can just get that, and here it is. So we got the user flag from here. So yeah, let's copy it and paste it in the TryHackMe and change user to Charlie. We just changed the user to Charlie. We are now logged in as Charlie. I'm just clicking that. And what is the root flag? You just need to find the root flag. There is a hint. Try Python instead of Python 3. So yeah. So anyways, let's try with the first one, like sudo -l to list the privileges. And as you can see, all root, no pass wd, and user bin vi. So if you find something like this, at the end we have vi, right? So what you can do is to open the browser, search for a website called GTFO bins. So in this website, you'll be able to get a curated list of Unix binaries that can be used to bypass local security restrictions in misconfigured systems. Okay, so let's use this GTFO bins website and paste the VI. And here we can see the VI option here. Just click that. And here we can see shell, file read, sudo. Here I'm using the sudo. I'm just copying the entire sudo command from this website and pasting it here. And boom, guys, we were able to become root. Hash means you are root. You can enter who am I, and now you are root. So yeah, let's move on to the root directory and ls. Boom, it's something again interesting called root.py. There is no root flag. It has a root.py. Let's get it like cat root.py to see what is inside it. Inside that we have an encrypted message, guys. Enter the key. It will ask us to enter the key, and we just need to enter the key to get it decoded. Oh, it's really interesting. So we can see from the hint also, like it is asking, it is saying to try Python instead of Python 3. So let's use Python with it. Like let's enter Python and the root.py, and it is asking us to enter the key. And guys, have you remember the key that we found the beginning? As you can see, this is a key that we found, right? So I'm just copying it from here and pasting it here. And that's it, guys. You are now the owner of Chocolate Factory. I can make a lot of money in the Chocolate Factory. So anyways, let's see. This is the flag. Oh, we just hacked this mission, and that's cool. So this is about the CTF, guys. It's cool and it's interesting mission, guys. You have to complete it, and I really enjoyed doing this mission, guys. I hope you learned something new from this room, and thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.